to the new tutorial, and in this tutorial I'll be explaining about expressions and statements. They are two different things and they are related, but they are two different things, and you have to precisely understand the difference between these expression and statements. So what is a statement? Statement and expressions are the smallest useful fragments of code in most programming languages. So the basic difference between a statement is a statement has a effect but produce no result. For example, you see the main loop statement is a statement. Main loop is a statement. Okay, but what we do here, doing a main loop is a statement, but we cannot assign this because it doesn't produce any result, right? So you have to just pretty much understand the difference, because it's a statement, so it doesn't have any result. But the thing that has a result is an expression. Expression always produce a result. Like for example, you can see the expressions like printing a line. Any function is an expression. So every function that you call or make is a expression, so it will produce a result. It has a, if it doesn't produce any result, anyhow it's gonna returning a unit, that is a type, unit type. Okay, so functions, you have to always be careful that a function always returns a result and it's a expression. Okay. Okay, so you can have also like pretty much you can check out this blog to get more other information, but the interesting thing is like you also need to understand that also if and else is also an expression. If creates an expression, so you can assign its result. Okay, as you can see here, result 3. So this is the example, and um, final thing that you have to understand is let's go to the example first. So as I can told you, you cannot do this because otherwise compiler will get a error message that if is not an expression, it's a statement. Okay, and so only expression is allowed to assign the value because it will return a value. So you can see here unit function that is returning a unit type, and also as I told you, if is also an expression, right? It's not a statement, so you can assign a value to it. Okay, so the another interesting thing is like a postfix and prefix operator. So as I have been using to increment the index I use this postfix operator, and this is a prefix. As you can see here in the incrementer operator uh, is also an expression, even if it looks like a statement. Okay, it's an expression, so it's gonna return a result. Okay, so the prefix, so this is a prefix that starts from here, the initially, and that the operator which is starting at the end is postfix. Okay, so so the postfix, what it returns the value of I before the increment occurs. So before the increment occurs, it will return the value. Okay, whereas this will return the value first to the increment and return the value. So this will first increment the value and return the result, whereas this will return the value before the increment occurs. So this, the return type, what it's gonna return, this statement is gonna, sorry, this expression is gonna return is already it's gonna be 11. It's gonna, sorry, it's gonna be 10 actually, as you can see at the output, and this is gonna be 11, whereas this will do the increment and return the value. Okay, so the value that will be returned here is already incremented. Okay, so that is already 21. Okay, so that's the difference you have to understand, and also be careful, like this can create confusions. when used together, like prefix and profix, postfix. If you use it together, it can be confusing, so it is suggested not to use it together. And yeah, that's it guys, and let's try to solve some of the exercises. So display the return value of println, one result println. So println actually it's a expression, right? And so now let's also do this one. This exercise says write three function which take two int parameter and return the sum. So it takes two int a b and return the sum a b. G takes two strings parameter a b and return the concatenated string, this one. And H calls print ln to display, and this one, right? In main, assign a result of each function to val and specify the result type. Val f is f 1 2. So actually this will return the type will be, and also it says that and specify the type. The type that is gonna print will be obviously is a int, right? So it's gonna print out int, guys. Whereas val g, its type is string because it's gonna return a string. Concatenation of a string is also a string, right? Okay, so it's gonna return, the return type will be a string. Whereas val h it doesn't return anything because it's a unit function, right? Println is a unit function, it doesn't return anything, so it will return unit and the return type will be unit, guys. So let's check it if it's correct. Yeah, that's it guys. And so now about the postfix and prefix operator, what is guess what will be the answer of this one? Can you guys guess what will be the answer of this one? If you want, we can do the we can check it out by ourselves. Print ln actually my guess will be what it's gonna do first is, like, this is a postfix, so it's gonna return the value only after the incrementation, right? So this will be actually this is gonna return only after the increment, like the decrement, sorry, it's a decrement operator. So it will be this will be 1, I guess. I'm just curious. Let's do it step by step, guys, just to make it. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So I just want to print this, and I want to print also, yeah, so this. So let's check it out. The answer will be maybe most probably 2, I think. Expression is not implemented. Expression is okay, guys. Actually, I have to do it something like this one. let's run it. Okay guys, so let's run it before guessing it. So it's one. Yeah, because it will return one because it's a postfix. So it will return the value will it will return will be the value before incrementation, that is 1. So this was returning 1, and this will return the value after incrementation, right? So it's gonna be -1 because 1 the negative of so it will decrement by 1, right? So yeah, it's -1. Oh no 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 no. So why it's returning -1? Yeah, it's recommending -1. So minus is 1, minus 1 is a 2. So the answer would be 2, I guess. So we can put the answer 2. Yeah, we can remove this one. So the answer is 2, guys. So okay, let's check the answer. Yeah, that's the correct answer. So it's a 2. Okay, so finally how to master the IDE, that's a debug. So now the topic for today is debugging. So debugging is a very powerful way to discover what's happening in your code, right? So you can observe the intermediate state of the program and changes between these states. So how to debug is like, as you can see here, you just need to go to that, put your caret here to the expression where you want to debug. You just need to like click here, to attach the breakpoints. So the points where you want to pause the execution to observe the state of the variable is called breakpoints. These are the breakpoints where you want to pause the execution to observe the state of the variables. Okay, so to create the breakpoint, as I already told, you just need to toggle the points here, and to run the breakpoint you can use a specific command, like, or either you can also sorry, you can you see the command for the action for the debugging is shift control D. Shift control D. It's a shift control D. I just started the breakpoint like the debugging, as you can see here. And for x, right now the initial value of x is 1. So if we restart again the program, the x now value changed because now it's assigned from 1. Before it was 1, then it's assigned to 2. So now the new value of x is 2. So that's it, guys. And also another thing, like, you can also start breakpoint from either from the shortcut, as I told you, or you can also click here, right, in this green line, and just check it debug here. And yeah, you can also resume by pressing command option R. Command option R will resume the program, right? So you see. And so to finish, you can let's do it again, debug. To finish, to stop debugging, actually to stop it, you see can stop it by clicking this button, that's a red one. You stop it properly. So that's it, guys. This was the tips of how to debug, the basic tips of how to debug. And thank you, guys. I have finished my tutorial for expression statements, and if you like my tutorial, please consider subscribing it, and thank you.